What is up, guys? We are in the shop today and I'm gonna show y'all some stuff that I've never shown anybody. Not saying it's voodoo magic by any means, but I really don't ever record any of my gun build stuff. But considering that I'm working on a very special firearm, I wanted to show y'all some of the small little tips and stuff that I do when I do some of my gunsmithing. On this press, this is just an old Harbor Freight's press. I've used it countless times. It's got a 12-ton bottle jack on it. I don't remember where I got this aperture from, but I use that to press barrel pins in and out. It has a removable, you can change the length on it from a longer to short. And you may ask, why would you use a long one? You want to use a long one once you've already made the initial break, for say, meaning you've got the pin moving. Once you've got the pin moving, you can go to the longer pin to press it all the way through. So I know there's got to be probably a million videos on YouTube by now showing this process. And if you don't have any grease or anything on your pins, they will fall right out. So keep that in mind. So what we're going to do, I've got a lot of little small tools here that I designed in conjunction with a friend that helped me mill it out many years ago. But I still use them all the time and they're still going strong. And what you want to do is to make sure that when you're pressing a barrel pin out, that barrel pin is going to come obviously outside of your trunnion. Make sure that barrel pin can not only come out through the trunnion and your press block, that it also falls out the bottom, so it just is removed without any obstructions. So we're going to put that small breaker pin back in there. I'm going to set my front trunnion down. The item that I am working on today is a Soviet AK74U crank off. Move my big old arm. And as I said, I'm using the short pin first to get that initial break on the barrel pin. So now that I've gotten nice and close to the trunnion, I will line up the pin as absolutely center as possible. Alright. Alright, I've got good tension on there. And as you can see, we are what I would believe dead center of that pin. I'm going to get ready for it to come out. Some pins will give you a very distinctive ping when they break over. This one's not going to do that. It's pressing out just fine. As you can see, I'm physically pumping the jack right now. I'm going to keep an eye on this distance here on the press device to the trunnion. Once I get to the very lowest point, I'm going to back off of that, which is where I'm at now. I'm going to back off of that, and I'm going to swap the pins for a longer pin. So we've got this short pin removed. Let me just give you all a little show what's going on here. As you can see, that long pin, the pin is halfway pressed out. Now we are going to go to the long press pin. put that pin right in there like that. I know it's not going anywhere. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to run my bottle jack down. I'm going to move my arm so that you can get an idea of what's going on. So once I get to this point, I am just going to simply kind of line this up. Guys, I can't tell you how important it is that when you're pressing something, you need to make sure everything is running straight up and down. Nothing is canted left or right, because you are not transferring that pressure evenly. I'm going to reach my hand up underneath this hole here to catch. Let me just back up a little bit. The hole that you see right here, you want to reach your hand up underneath there and catch that pin when it drops. It has not came out yet. Let me have my compressor put on. Alright, this pin is really not giving me a lot of resistance. As you can see here, it's almost out. But now I need to step down to the longest one, which you want to use very last. Use the longest pin last. I can't stress that enough. Don't try to jump the gun and just run right to the long pin. Not saying that it won't work, but I highly recommend use the shortest, stiffest pin first. When you bottom that pin out, you go to the middle pin. Then you go to the longest pin. Guys, I really wish I could tell you where I got these this particular press tool, but I've had it 10 years at minimal probably. And after building literally hundreds of AKs with these tools, I could not tell you where I got this actual tool from. Matter of fact, I think my brother-in-law bought it for me. I'm not certain. Maybe that's why I don't remember where it came from. I think it was a present from my brother-in-law. So I'm reaching underneath there. As easy as that is, you didn't hear any crazy noises. Here is the barrel pin. Easy as that. Dadgummit. So our barrel pin has been pressed out, and that's how you press out a barrel pin on an AK-47, AK-74. Thanks, guys.